Utah's bow hunting season starts next weekend, and wildlife experts want to make sure hunters are being safe. Starting next Saturday, the general season begins for the buck mule deer archery hunt and the archery for any bull elk hunt. Now, just because there are no guns involved doesn't mean there aren't risks for hunters. Every year, wildlife experts say bow hunters injure themselves, and they have some smart tips to prevent it. So joining me to explain how hunters are getting hurt is Raylan Takita, the Hunting Education Program Manager for Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources. Raylan, thanks for being with us here today. It feels like bow hunting in Utah feels like it keeps getting bigger.
It is getting bigger. It's a big sport. A lot of hunters are sometimes move over to bow hunting for that fair chase aspect of the hunting. It's a little more, you're on the ground, a lot of walking. Sometimes you're in a tree stand, but you're out right there with nature and everything right there.
So how are these bow hunters getting hurt?
Some of the number one is with the arrows. They walk around with it either already knocked on the string and they fall and stab themselves in the leg, or they're just carrying those arrows with those sharp broadheads, walking along. Cut their leg, cut their hand. There's a lot of ways with those sharp broadheads that you can get hurt.
Yeah, well, you have some sharp arrows, obviously, if you're using it to be able to kill either a deer or an elk. So
right.
What do you recommend that some of those hunters do instead?
Make sure that you keep those arrows in a quiver, covered until you're ready to shoot, till you're stopped and you're not walking. You want to make sure you're in a safe place, that you're not going to hurt yourself. And then again, with the tree stands, we've had a lot of people fall out of them. But you want to make sure when you're climbing the tree to get into your tree stand that you're doing it properly, that you use the fall restraint system, which is a harness that you attach to the tree so you're not going to get hurt if you do fall.
So kind of like an electric repair person would climb up a power pole. Is that similar to what you're talking about?
Exactly like that.
Okay, so that's some of the things you're doing when you're there. What about before hunters leave?
Again, check all your equipment. Make sure that your bow's limbs, they don't have cracks. Make sure the strings are in good repair. That your arrows are matched to your bow. That you're also in good physical condition. That you're wearing the proper gear. That you're not wearing flip-flops when you should be wearing hiking boots.
You got guys out there hunting with bows and flip-flops?
I've seen some interesting things over the years.
I bet you have. Now, you teach the hunter education course. What do they learn there?
In hunter education, we talk about firearm safety, we talk about bow safety, we talk about ethics, making sure that if you're near private property and you may go on, make sure you've talked to that landowner and you have permission. Know your boundary of the area that you're hunting in. All of that stuff that you need to know before you go.
And go over real quick when that hunting season begins for archery.
August 21st is when it starts for deer and archery elk. Both of those archery seasons start on the 21st.
And of course, we'll have a recap of the information you need to know on our website, abc4.com/GMU. Talking this morning with a woman who knows about bow hunting in Utah, Raylan Takita with the Wildlife Resources. Raylan, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.